Hey guys, it's B. This week we are talking about our most awkward experience being misgendered, and I think along that lines of just, I guess, that gray area and people not quite understanding, and I guess people being ignorant as well. Again, because I'm not very sensitive to pronouns, I've been lucky when my friends accidentally call me she or he or vice versa. I have little run-ins where, like, the kids that I work with, it's kind of my favorite actually, like when they're around you for 4 days and then they come up to you and they're like, are you a boy or a girl? So I just find that enjoyable because they're honest and they're open. So if you say, yeah, I'm kind of both, I know that probably doesn't make sense to you, but they don't really care because they're fresh to that. And that's why I enjoy working with kids, is because they just get it. It was about a month after my top surgery, I was in an internship and I was wearing just a bro tank, and I was talking to my boss, and he just, for the whole time, he was just like looking down, and his face, honestly, you can just tell it was, where are her boobs? Where did they go? And I tried to bounce that off, like trying to talk about like the videography and what we needed to get accomplished, but there was a lot of just, and I think some of you guys might understand that. But I guess the absolute, like, my heart stopped, my face is flushed situation is, I was taking a first responder class, and we were talking about how to determine adolescence and such in children. And if with males, it's when they start getting armpit hair is when their puberty has started, and with females, it's when their breasts start developing. So that's like the defining moment. And my neighbor, who was sitting right next to me, he just looked straight at me and he's like, sorry buddy, you didn't get either. And it was just this really weird thing, and the teacher even stopped talking, and everybody in the room was just staring at me, and I just wanted it so bad to start going, but the teacher would not, and the instructor was not starting. But it did eventually start going, but it felt like an hour in my head. But yeah, beyond that, because I'm in the middle, and I feel kind of lucky with this because pronouns don't bother me, that I don't have that issue much. I guess the only hurtful thing, though, is when kids, not necessarily my kids here at my work now, but when I was younger, because, again, I didn't look like the stereotypical girls, I just was in the middle like a tomboy, they would just call me he, she. Again, that's hurtful. But the people watching this movie, or this video, I'm sure, are in the same boat. But I feel like we're very fortunate with this day and age, as the kids are more understanding. Today I was laying in a field waiting for my next class to come to me, and the children couldn't tell if I was like alright or not alright. And as they were running up to me, because they couldn't tell who I was and if I was male or female, they just said, like, somebody call 911, they're hurt. Are you okay? They're hurt, they're laying down. And they just kept using they, which I just enjoyed because they're kids. And I feel like this generation is really going to understand versus like the 60-year-olds and stuff like that. So yeah. Alright, hope I helped.